Okay, this is a continuation of my Wave Sound Grid demo, video number 2. We've got this LA2A squashing the vocal here, and turn it up a little bit. And it's all nice and transparent, but say I want to do something really, really crazy with it. Maybe I want to distort it. I want to show you how to load, change plugins, that sort of things. So to change a plugin you can right-click on the mouse right here. This obviously is the CL2A. And I go to the plugin list and just pick something else. And I'm going to pick, I don't know, a fuzz stomp pedal. And that worked, obviously. That's actually not a bad distortion. So, again, just to change, go to plugin list. Now, if you want to get rid of it completely, you can disable it, remove it. Let's get rid of it. And I can add another thing in there instead. Let's do, I don't know what half this stuff is. So let's just look at the feedback eliminator, which I've never actually used, but of course we're at a spot in the song where he stopped singing. There he is. But we'll play with that in another class. Anyway, it's pretty simple. Right-clicking is how we get into everything we want to do here, remove, disable, and of course you can put multiple in a row if you want to make a chain of plugins. So now we've got the feedback plus a vocal doubler plugin, and you can add and delete. So that's cool. Now here's what's important. Actually, let me move on to something else. Let's create a stereo plugin on this because it's slightly different workflow, and then once we have a couple plugins, we have to interact between them. So I'm going to take the piano here, and I've got the piano playing, and I'm just going to solo it. And I got to go over here to the mix, find the piano. You can come over here for a second. And I've got the piano, and it should be soloed. Let's get some level. Cool. And this student has got it on 2 faders. And just to make it simpler for myself, I'm going to turn off ganging. So now I have it on 1 fader only. And I'm going to make this a stereo fader. So I'm going to select it. And I'm going to, up here at the top, click input. I'm going to make it stereo. And I need to go down and actually pan it. And I'm hearing that it's a stereo piano. So this is a stereo input here, this guy. So let's put a stereo plugin on it via insert. Same thing as on the last video. I can choose to do an insert A or insert B. I'm going to click down here on the outputs to do it. Let's do insert A again like I did before. Insert A, insert send, waves 1 through 16, and it's already using 1. You can't, I don't think I can use 2 right now because 2, I can go 2 and 3, and that's going to be even odd, and that just destroys my whole world. I always go odd even. Oops, I did it wrong. So I'm using waves 3 and 4. So I'm sending off the multi-rack via waves 3 and 4. I want to return it via waves 3 and 4. So I go insert A return, waves 3 and 4. Oh, I did it wrong. There we go. And I got to turn that plugin on. So I'm on this particular channel, and I'm there, and I don't hear anything because we haven't gone to the multi-rack and put in a plugin. So back to the multi-rack. So here's the thing. I'm looking at my first channel, which was on the vocal. Here's how you see all your different things in the rack. That button, boom, brings me back to the main rack. Now I can create one. Stereo, 1, cool. And it's a little misassigned. It only has half of it. It's doing 2 and 3 by autumn. I get it. Every time you make it a plugin, it does it in sequential. We want it to be 3 and 4, so I'm going to say stereo 3 and 4 on my input, and I'm going to double check my outputs because they're wrong now. And they've assigned it to a whole bunch of different things. We want it just to be, Let's just try output 3 and 4. Looks like it was okay. I'm a little confused. Sorry, guys. I'm a little confused why it's showing multiple here. Let's just go for it in a moment. Output 3 and 4. Now let's put a stereo plugin on. This is the easy part. Pick something. I don't know. Well, let's just put reverb on. No, that's just can't do that. How about chorus? Yeah, flanger. Hope you can hear that flanger. I certainly can. But anyway, that's all there is to it. Key thing here is, though, and this is really for me in grading, I need you to tell me what these are. I want you to name them, or I'm going to take points off. Because when I'm grading, I kind of want to see what your idea is. So this guy, of course, was the feedback plugin, which we're not really using. But so name your plugins there. And really, really critical, you've got to save this. We'll do that in the next video.